Hello everybody, my name is Roy Johnson and welcome to another video. I'm back at it again with Roy's randomly generated story time. I'm beating my chest. I don't know why I'm doing that. That's random. Just like everything else. So my last video did something and I really enjoyed making the first one, so I'm going to be doing another one of these. So we established what we have to do in this one, so let's just get straight in, shall we? So we're back at it again with our randomly generated shit. So let's go down, let's get 5 randomly generated words for this one, and let's see what we can incorporate into our story. Let's go. Star, addict, maximum, revolt, and blocker. That's an interesting one. These are some interesting ones I have to say. Now, let's go to Springhole and get our genre. Let's go. Generate a genre. Mystery action. That's interesting. That's an interesting one. Okay. And let's go to TV tropes again. What the fuck? Anyway, okay. So, let's get a random trope to incorporate into our story, our mystery action story. Transfer student uniforms. New transfer students, okay. Very literal trope, okay, nothing much to it. And finally, the fun part. We're going to Urban Dictionary, and we're going to try to get a random word. Hopefully, let's cross our fingers for something that's not too insensitive. Let's see. Boiler up. Oh, okay. Oh god. To boiler up means to take a hot, fat, steamy dump. That's not, okay, it's actually pretty disgusting. But, we can work with that. We can work with it. So now, we have everything we need. We have our 5 words, we have our genre, we have the trope, and we have... okay. We had actually something pretty innocent last time, but this one's gonna be interesting. Okay, let's begin our fun little fable, shall we? Okay, let's get some saucy little noir music going on. So, running across the streets of Brooklyn is kind of tough for a hard-boiled detective like myself. I'm always getting these cases that, I'm not the biggest fan of. Who am I, you might ask? My name is Dirk Diggolo, male detective. I've been searching the streets for the past years, trying to clean up the crime and the grime, but it's been quite slow lately for a detective like myself. But sometimes you just gotta look in the right places. The door opened on me as I saw this foxy lady enter the room. Yes, I recognized her face. She was a big movie star, that little girl. She was not a girl, though. She was a starlet of the sea. I have no idea what the fuck I'm saying. I puffed in some smoke and I saw her. She was in a red velvet dress. She looked quite sexy and seductive. I saw her on those picture films. She was sexy in those too. As she came to me, I came a little myself. And she then sat down in a chair and the actual plot started going. So, the little girl, who's actually a big lady, sat down and she said, "Listen, Dirk, gently." I think that's what my name is. Dirk Diggolo. Listen, Dirk Diggolo. I have a case for you. I'm not sure if you're gonna do it or not, but I'm asking you because I want you to do it. And I was like, okay, but what's the case, sweet lady? I know you're sexy and all, but what is it? And then the lady, her name was Scarlet of the Sea. That's her name, Scarlet of the Sea. It's a weird name thing. Anyway, Scarlet, she said, listen, I have some troubles to deal with. My husband's been murdered. Doo-doo-doo. And I need to find out who the fucker did it. And that's why I need you. I want you to look up some clues and find out who killed my husband. Ah, your husband, they say. Mr. of the Sea? Yes. Merlin. No, that's a stupid name. No, yes. Maximus. Maximus of the Sea. He has a really stupid last name when you think about it. But I decided to do it. Who could deny such a pretty face? Yes. Yes, indeed. So, I ended up trying to search the remains of Maximus's house. It was quite the crazy place, I have to say. You know, Maximus of the Sea was a big movie star. He appeared in a lot of crazy films. I saw a poster from Maximus Overdrive. He must have been a big fan of that film. He actually made a cameo in that film. That was his first starring role before he became a big action star. And I looked at that Maximus Overdrive poster and I thought, that was a shitty film, but it was something. So yeah, I searched this guy's apartment, and you know, it's hard to find a lot of clues in that apartment because there wasn't much. I put some dust on everything to look for fingerprints, and also found nothing. But then I opened the bathroom and I found what I found. Inside the toilet. Ugh, it was a big old shit. Looks like someone took a boiler up and took a hot fat shit in the toilet. But then I looked over right next to the toilet in the bathtub and I found Maximus. He was dead indeed. He was killed right in the bathtub. He wasn't naked though, that's the thing. He wasn't naked. It wasn't like he was gonna take a bath or anything. No, actually, only his pants were down. So then I got to thinking, someone must have shot him while he was taking a dump, and then put him in the bathtub for some reason. But then, as I was thinking about it, crash! Someone had hit me over the head with a chair. A fucking chair, that bastard. My head was ringing. It was ringing really badly. And then I turned around and I was like, what the fuck? Looks like this lady was wearing a transfer student uniform. A school uniform? Why was this lady dressed in a school uniform? And why is she hitting me with a chair? That's a weird predicament. And so I thought to myself, I should probably fight back. So I took out my gun in self-defense, and I was like, freeze, you son of a bitch! And then she decided to not freeze. She decided to throw a shuriken at me. She was a ninja schoolgirl, and she tried to aim at my head, but luckily I like did a Neo action. I like pulled my head back. I avoided the shuriken. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, think Neo with the bullets and stuff. Anyway. So I did that, and I avoided the shuriken. But then, the schoolgirl lady was like, ugh. And then she took out a dagger and tried to stab me. But I shot her instead. I shot her and she died. But before she died, I tried talking to the schoolgirl. And I was like, listen here, schoolgirl, why are you trying to kill me? And then the schoolgirl was like, Mr. E will speak to you soon. And then she took another dagger and stabbed herself, committing seppuku. And then I was just dumbfounded. Mr. E. Also, there was another dead body in this place, and people are gonna think I did it. I don't have the best record with the police. I'm kind of a rogue private eye. So yeah. I decided to call the police and explain my situation, and they were kind of cool with it because I was white and the person was Asian. By the way, this takes place in the 1940s, so they thought I was like a hero or something for doing that. So, in the 1940s, I could smoke without fury, and I did smoke a lot in the children's playground where I like to hang out, but not in that kind of way, you sick fuck. I was just smoking, and then I was just thinking, Mr. E. Who the fuck is Mr. E? So, I looked through a pocketbook which was in the pants of Maximus, which I took out in a previous scene that you did not see. And I looked through the names. I tried to find anyone with an E in their last name, and I found a guy named Mr. Edwards. He was the only E in the pocketbook, so I decided to check his address in 1234 Maximus Drive. So I checked on Mr. Edwards, and I saw his location. It was very ugly. It was very dingy. It was very ugly and dingy. So I checked on Mr. Edwards. I opened the door, and I was like, "Listen, anyone in this house, you better come over, or I'm gonna kick your ass." And then I found on the floor was Mr. Edwards. He wasn't on the floor because he was dead. He was on the floor because of an overdose. For you see, Mr. Edwards was an addict to drugs. He was a very addicted man. I could see the cocaine that was on the table and on the top of his nose. No, well, around his nose, you know. He had the white stuff everywhere. He was a sick man. He looked sick, he looked disgusting, he looked gross. So I decided to talk. "Mr. Edwards, if that is your real name." And he was like, "Yeah, that's my real name. Yeah, I'm kind of high right now, so I can't be bothered." But I was like, "Listen, tell me everything you know about Maximus." And he was like, "Oh, he's a good friend of mine. We were buddies, you know. I used to be his sidekick in the action movies he was in." And I was like, "Really? Oh, Mr. Edwards, Mr. Patrick Edwards. I remember him appearing with Maximus in a Batman movie once. And Maximus was Batman, and Patrick Edwards was Robin. It was a very shitty film. It did not do well in the box office. But I remember him. How the mighty have fallen. He was once a cute kid, but now he's a drug-addled adult, and it's always disgusting when that shit happens." So I talked to him some more, and tried to get some information out of him. "Do you know anything about Maximus being murdered?" But Edwards seemed to not have a clue. But I could tell he was telling the truth because I had this keen sense. Plus, a coked up person is not really one to tell lies. That's what I knew. He seemed to be shocked at the idea of Maximus's death, since he was a good friend of his. And then I asked him, "Is there anyone out there who might try to kill him and want to see him dead?" And then Edwards was like, "Yeah, there are some people out there. You know, Maximus was part of a worker strike, an actor strike, because of unfair wages and stuff. You're telling me he tried to revolt against the corporations that gave him the money?" "Yes, indeed," Edwards said. Edwards was like, "Yeah, there are plenty of people out there who probably want him dead. Especially Mr. Kurosawa." "You mean Akira Kurosawa?" "No, not him. Kurosawa as in the main boss of the production company Movie Productions. They're a big production company with a very generic name. And they hired Maximus, and he appeared in all their big action movies. But then, when he decided to strike against them and not appear in any of their movies, the company fell down and Kurosawa lost a lot of money." "Really?" he said. "Really," I said. I mean, this is first person, by the way. So Dirk, which is me, started thinking, interesting. I might be putting the pieces together right now. So I went to the location of Kurosawa, his most recent location after failing to be a CEO anymore. I knew that Kurosawa liked to hang out at the nightclubs after he failed at being a CEO. So I decided to track him down there. But as I was trying to get in the nightclub, there was this big guy who was blocking my path. He was blocking me from the entrance to the nightclub. He was a real blocker, that guy. Anyhow, so I decided to show him my fists. Punch! He went down for the count. Didn't stand a chance against my fisticuffs. So I went through the nightclub. There was a lot of music. There was some swinging jazz. There was a lot of flashing colors. And I saw in the corner Kurosawa. He was not a respected man, but he was a rich one. He was also Asian, and I decided to make the connections. So, I decided to sit down next to Kurosawa, who was with a bunch of ladies. Most of them were Asian. And so I decided to talk to him. Listen, Mr. Kurosawa, I see that you are very with the ladies. And then Kurosawa was like, yes, I am. You do not understand, but I love him. You might not understand our culture, but I love the ladies with the eyes that squint. This is sounding very racist, but pretend like this is from the 1940s. So this is like acceptable for the time. Of course it's not acceptable now, but like, you know. So, who are you? My name is Dirk Gently, or Dirk Diggolo. Dirk Diggolo is my name, I think. I'm not sure, actually. But anyhow. So, why do you keep making pauses in the middle of your sentences? I know, it's a problem of mine. It's a problem of mine. But, do you know about Maximus? And then Kurosawa's eyes bolted out of their skull. And he was like, I know nothing about Kurosawa. Nothing. He destroyed my company, but I know nothing about him. Really? I said. Because I tend to know that he died. And there was like this lady in a schoolgirl outfit who looks just like all these ladies around you, who are also wearing transfer school uniforms for some reason. And she tried to kill me. And she talked about Mr. E. And then I saw a gunshot, which is weird because the lady did not have a gun. But you know who does have a gun? You do, Kurosawa. I'm basically saying you're the one who killed Maximus. And I know your alibi too. He ruined your company. And you're going to jail, man. Nonsense! You know nothing! And then he took out his gun, which I knew he had because it was in his pocket the whole time. Excuse me, I like to eat some martinis, but they go down my throat in the weirdest of ways. So then he tried to shoot me, but I dodged every bullet that he tried to shoot at me. Then the ladies looked at Kurosawa and he's like, attack them, schoolgirl ladies! And they took out their swords. All of them had swords. And, you know, they were running. And I decided to dodge. Because, like, I was like a man with a gun. But I decided to shoot at all of them. And I hit every single one of them. So, after a gun versus sword battle, the gun won. And I got to kill every single one of them ladies. Which is good for the times. Because I hate Asian ladies. I also hate Asians. I'm a racist guy, but I'm the good guy. So I went back to Kurosawa. It's funny to see an Asian try to kill a white guy. Looks like my killing of you will do justice to that. And then Kurosawa was like, wait, I'm gonna hand myself in to the police. Please don't kill me. I ran out of bullets and I ran out of sexy ladies in schoolgirl outfits to try and kill you. Please don't kill me. And I was like, you know the famous expression, revenge is the best dish served cold. So, eat this soup. And don't ask how I got the soup, by the way, it's not important. and I handed him a soup. Before I decide to arrest you. So, Kurosawa ate the soup. My god, the soup is really cold. But then his face turned purple. And I was like, yeah, you might not have known this, but that soup was made from a special kind of blowfish, who if cut the wrong way is poisonous. And guess what? What? I cut it the wrong way. Kurosawa died. He was poisoned. And he died very slowly, and I got to see him die very slowly. And then I was like, seeing him dead and all that junk, justice was served today. So I went back to my private eye detective place. I was relaxing in my recliner with my feet up, and I was like, all in a day's work. Also, Scarlet of the Sea was there, and he's like, thank you for avenging my husband. You know, you're a good man. I know I am. I'm a very good man. I'm racist, but I'm also awesome. And so, I looked at the sexy lady as she left the door, and I knew I did good. Dirk did good today. Well, that was something. I have no idea what that was, but it was certainly something. Looks like we had a lot of fun today. We got to use every single one of these words. I don't know how Maximum Overdrive got into anything. And yeah, we made our mystery action transfer student uniform a boiled up story. So I hope you guys enjoy. This is Roy Johnson signing out. Adios, muchachos.